What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, listen, as you can see, there's a glare. I don't know if it'll show up on the video, but to me, there's a glare with all of the lights I have going on in here. I can't fix it. I don't know what's going on, so I'm going to try to run this the way we run it. Now, listen, this story right here, in fact, I'm going to just jump into it, man. You see this guy right here? This piece of crap's name is JoseDeJesusNavarro-Ramos of Ringwood, Oklahoma. Shout out Ringwood. Probably the first and last time I'll say that name, that city, but it's all good. This guy right here is an abuser. He's also in the country illegally, right? Just thought I'd add that. Doesn't mean anything. But check this out. Last Wednesday, this guy did something heinous to his wife, 36-year-old Beatrice Reyna. May she rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, because of this guy's abusive nature, she went and sought help. And this guy was scared that he was going to get deported, so he did something vicious and vile to her. And I'll let this news article tell you the rest. But this is truly horrific, and he did this in front of his own children. Look.
Mother murdered in front of her small children.
Police say her husband, JoseDeJesusNavarro-Ramos, killed her, afraid he'd be deported back to Mexico after she filed a protective order against him because of abuse. News 4's Amaya Ward is back on the story tonight with new information.
No words.
Residents in Ringwood absorbing the terrible news of 36-year-old Beatrice Reyna's death.
And we would see her at parties with her kids, and she's always a nice lady and a good mom for sure.
Vanessa Pena's family owns a restaurant in town and is worried about the 8 children left behind. On the morning Reyna was killed, investigators believed her estranged husband, JoseDeJesusNavarro-Ramos, hid in the trees outside her home, waiting for her to return from school drop-off. She still had her 3 youngest children with her, ranging in age from 4 months to 4 years old. As the family was walking inside, investigators say Navarro-Ramos used an 8-pound splitting maul, which can be used like an axe, to hit his wife in the face as their children watched. He then drove the children to a family member's house before driving to the town restaurant, where he allegedly confessed to an Oklahoma Highway Patrol trooper.
It's not something that you would want to happen at your family restaurant.
Navarro-Ramos telling investigators he was jealous of men who looked at Reyna. Reyna had filed an emergency protective order against Navarro-Ramos, telling police she feared for her life and her estranged husband has threatened her with a knife in the past. There was a warrant for his arrest, wanted for domestic assault, but he was never picked up and taken to jail.
We had attempted to serve or collect on that warrant several times and were unsuccessful in locating him.
A mother gone, a father now locked up, and 8 children left behind in a town feeling the sting of violence.
So just keep and pray for us, for ourselves, and for her children.
In Ringwood, Amaya Ward, Oklahoma's News 4.
All right.
Okay, guys, that's the story of this piece of shit, JoseDeJesusNavarro-Ramos. Hit his wife in the head, bashed her brains out with a splitting maul. For those of you who don't know what a splitting maul is, we used to use those when we were mechanics working on heavy machinery. A splitting maul is an axe that can be used as a wedge to pry things apart with a sledgehammer tip on the other end of the axe. How brutal is that? Said he was in a tree, hiding, waiting for her to come home. It looked like she was in a gated type of thing. So I guess he must have climbed up, got up on the tree so he can get over the fence, and then waited for her, then ambushed her. She had 3 of her kids in the car, his children, and he killed her. Then jumped in the car and drove the kids around before going and telling confessing himself what he did to a state trooper. Can you imagine that? Somebody beat your mother's brains out viciously in front of you while you scream in terror with your siblings, get in the car covered in blood, and then drive you around. I could only imagine what he said in the car. All this because he didn't want to get deported, but doing something to get deported. Makes no sense. You never know what somebody would do when, you know, they do some foul stuff to you and you report it and they know they did some foul stuff. This is crazy. Said he was overly jealous. And that's one of the things. When you got a jealous person, you get away from them, guys. Especially you ladies out there. You get away from jealous people because you don't know what jealous people will do. And this is the thing I don't understand about people that are jealous. Said he was getting mad that men looked at his wife. So you took it out on her because she was attractive and appealing to the senses of other men? That right there shows extreme insecurity in self. He don't like the fact that other men are looking at his woman because he feels bad about himself. What, you want him to look at you? The fuck out of here. Crazy. Crazy. Devilish as it comes. I couldn't even speak. But seriously, man, come on, man. All this for what? Because she did the right thing and told because you put your fucking hands on him when you shouldn't did it in the first place? I don't know where these guys get this wanting to beat on women and all this other stuff and then still expect them to love you and respect you as a man. See, a lot of people confuse love with fear. And it's a lot of these men out here that they want these women to be their parent, their mom, and their wife at the same damn time. You got children. If your status is not what it's supposed to be, wouldn't you keep your mouth shut and fly under the radar and not do dumb shit like that because you don't want to get deported? If that's the ultimate goal you don't want to achieve? That's the part that is crazy. I mean, the sadisticness of people out here nowadays in matters referring to the heart is crazy to me. The only way you did this is you felt as though she disrespected you by going to the authorities, which she should have done after you tried to kill her multiple times any damn way. And then you're doing this in front of the kids. You don't think about the mental aspect and effect that it has on them. How do your kids see you? As a man, you always want to look good in the eyes and minds of your children by setting example. And what kind of example did you set? None. That you're a fucking coward and a bitch. Hurtful. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Listen, when you around jealous people, man, they have issues. And that's the thing. They seen something in you, but they don't want nobody else to see it. When you can't cover up what they like about you, meaning your looks. So what they do, they get upset at you because somebody else sees what they see. Make it make sense. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Need to take this dude outside and give him the Ghost Rider. Pour gasoline over top of his head and set him right on fire.